T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Fight tonight, no woman that fight tonight. That's why she back tonight. It's going down tonight. Wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're having our fun tonight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm loving better for fun tonight. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right, everybody, welcome to Hot Tag Wrestling Trivia Challenge. I am your host, RYK, and this is our inaugural episode. Today, we will have Team Ramrod, the team of Josh Clifford and Glenn Sexton in the upper right corner of the screen, taking on Team Godlike, that is Ed and Patrick, down on the lower end. So, this game plays with the challenge of trivia and the excitement of a tag team wrestling match. Now, every tag team match starts with a lockup. So our lockup category for today will be between Glenn and Ed. Now, Ed, you won the coin toss backstage. You will select the first answer. These categories have multiple correct answers, and you guys will feed answers back and forth until one of you either duplicates an answer, gives an incorrect answer, or is unable to answer the referee's 5 count with a response. The winner of the lockup round will take control of the game as we move forward. Glenn, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Ed, are you ready?
Always ready.
All right, very well. Today's lockup category is wrestling moves with a body part. Ed, you go first. A wrestling move named after a body part.
The figure 4 leg lock.
Figure 4. Glenn.
Armbar.
Armbar. Ed.
Wrist lock.
Wrist lock. Glenn.
Headlock.
Headlock. Ed.
Hip toss.
Hip toss. Glenn.
Ooh. Oh, crap. Ankle lock.
Ankle lock. Ed.
Toe stump.
Toe stump. Glenn.
Mandible claw.
Mandible claw. Judges, will you accept mandible as a body part?
Oh.
Sorry about that. Didn't pass the judges. So that
It's all
means
good.
in round 1, Ed, your team will be in control of the game, and that will happen on the backside of the break. Let's take our first commercial. Your winner! Your winner! Your winner! It's every promo fan's favorite saying, and now you too can start your day as a winner with the official RYK coffee mug. The RYK character coffee mug is now available and the perfect addition to your dinnerware. Whether it's a cup of hot joe, a nice microwave mug muffin, or even just holding pencils at your desk, you'll want the RYK coffee mug. These 9-ounce mugs will be shipping soon and quantities will be limited. They are available for the shipped price of $10 each, 2 for $15 or 5 for $30. Your winner, you. All right, everybody. The official RYK Your Winner coffee mugs are still available for the ship price mentioned inside the commercial, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. Now, Team Godlike, Ed, team captain, you won control of the round, and I will now give you the categories that are available for play today. Number 1, parts unknown. That is wrestlers' hometowns. Number 2, finishers. And finally, choice number 3, territories. So, Ed, you may choose the category at play for the round. Finishers, parts unknown, or territories.
Finishers.
All right. So, how the category works is that, Ed, you will get the first question, and you can choose to answer the question, tag your partner, or put the heat on the other team and force them to answer the question. If you successfully make it through the question, then Josh will receive the next question, and we will rotate through until all of the questions in the category have been asked. Is everybody clear on the rules? Let us proceed. All right, Ed, the first question for finishers. Borrowed from Dr. Seuss and subsequently from one of Chris Jericho's 1004 moves, Perry Saturn used which rather absurd name for his finish? Answer, tag out, or put the heat on the other team.
Tag me.
Tag out.
All right, and Ed tags to Patrick. This is now worth double points. I will read the question again. Borrowed from Dr. Seuss and subsequently from one of Chris Jericho's 1004 moves, Perry Saturn used which rather absurd name for his finisher?
That would be the three-handled credenza.
Judges, will we accept three-handled credenza? I think we will. It's the moss-covered three-handled family. And that is 200 points for Team Godlike. Now,
good job, Matt.
Continuing in motion, Patrick, this question goes to you. Chris Masters would host a weekly challenge to see if anyone could break his full Nelson finish that he called what? Answer, tag, or heat.
Ed, I'm going to tag you back in.
Ed, for 200 points, Chris Masters would host a weekly challenge to see if anyone could break his full Nelson finish that he called what?
The Master Lock Challenge.
The Master Lock is correct for another 200 points. All right, Ed, control goes back to you. This is the third question in the category. We are halfway through. When it was time for Duke the Dumpster Drosy to take out the trash, what move was he calling for?
I think I'll tag my partner back in.
All right, and Patrick, for the tag-in, when it was time for Duke the Dumpster Drosy to take out the trash, what move was he calling for?
Now, do I have to answer, or can I pass it on?
You have to answer because you are the one that has been tagged in.
Fantastic. All right. I'm going to go with the dumpster dive.
Dumpster dive is incorrect. Correct answer was the trash compactor. So no points awarded. Control goes to the other team. Glenn, you are team captain. This question goes to you.
All righty.
The recently departed Bobby Eaton named his top rope leg drop finisher what? Tag, answer, or put the heat back on the other team?
I'm going to tag.
All right. Josh, this one goes to you. The recently departed Bobby Eaton named his top rope leg drop finisher what?
Wasn't it the beautiful leg drop?
Beautiful leg drop is incorrect. Alabama Jam was the correct response for Bobby Eaton's leg drop. So now we go back to Team Godlike, and I believe, Patrick, it was your turn in rotation. Building and evolving the legacy of her father What does Charlotte Flair call her bridging submission finish? Answer, tag, or heat.
I'm going to tag in my partner, Ed.
All right, Ed, it goes to you. Building and evolving the legacy of her father, what does Charlotte Flair call her bridging submission finish?
The figure 8.
The figure 8 is correct for 200 points. All right, this is the final question of the category, and it goes to you, Ed. Known generically as a fisherman suplex, how did Mr. Perfect prefer to name his finishing move? Answer, tag, or heat.
I'm going to tag out to my partner.
All right. Patrick, to finish the round, known generically as the fisherman suplex, how did Mr. Perfect refer to his finishing move?
The perfect plex.
The perfect plex is correct for another. All right, having control of most of that round, Team Godlike takes in 800 points. We are going to take our next commercial break, and when we come back, we will have Team Ramrod control play.
Come on out to TDC's Crazy Truck Stop and Dance Emporium on 6204 Buncombe Road in St. Louis, Missouri. They may not all be cute, but at least they make it.
All right, folks, if you'd like to see some more crazy content from the TAD, tune into Revolution and WGP. They'll be having a pay-per-view event next weekend. Right now, we will continue along in play. Glenn, you have control of the board, and the remaining categories are territories and parts unknown, referring to wrestlers' hometowns.
No, let's go with parts unknown.
Parts unknown, very good. As we move along, Glenn, this question is for you. If he could be serious for a moment, former multiple-time champion Lance Storm made it very clear he was from which celebrated wrestling town?
Well, I would have to say Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
He answers Calgary, Alberta, Canada for 100 points. That is correct. All right, Josh Steele, the next question goes to you. Reflecting their claimed New York and California hometowns, what name did the tag team of Jesse Ventura and Adrian Adonis adopt? You can tag, you can answer, or you can put the heat on the other team.
Put the heat on the other team.
All right.
Run and hide for your life. Stay inside. Left to right, side to side. Bump and grind.
All right. Who is going to get the heat? Is it going to be Patrick or is it going to be Ed?
Put it on Pat.
Heat is going on Pat. Pat, I will repeat the question for you, worth 200 points. Reflecting their claimed New York and California hometowns, what name did the tag team of Jesse Ventura and Adrian Adonis adopt?
The Body Donos. I have no idea.
The Body Donis is incorrect. 200 points for Team Ramrod. The correct response was the East-West Connection. The East-West Connection. All right. So this next question goes to Glenn. You guys remain in control of the game. Current AEW TNT champion Miro is native to which Eastern European country? You can answer, you can tag, you can put the heat on the other team.
Let's say I'm going to tag.
Tagging to Josh. Josh, current AEW TNT champion Miro is native to which Eastern European country?
Somewhere in Russia, I believe.
Somewhere in Russia is incorrect, sir. The correct response was Bulgaria. Bulgaria. So now, Control moves on to Team Godlike. It will go to Patrick, I believe, because he's not team captain. And this is our cameo question of the day. Producer, please roll the video.
Hi, this is Brian Clark, former 3-time World Tag Team Champions, All Japan, WCW, WWF, WWE, AWA, Smoky Mountain Wrestling. But the question is, where is my hometown? And if you get lost, follow me at Real Brian Clark on Twitter. Carnage, destruction, and ruin.
So there we go. Follow Real Brian Clark on Twitter. Also, you can check out his eBay store, AdamBomb-Chronic, for some nice vintage memorabilia. And as well, you can find his Pro Wrestling Tees shop for all of his latest wear. So to reiterate the question, Patrick, WWF superstar Adam Bomb is said to have originated from which area of partial nuclear meltdown?
I'm going to go ahead and put the heat on the other team.
All right, he's going to put the heat. Is it going to Glenn or Josh?
It's going to be. I'm going to put that on Glenn.
Glenn, you've got the heat on you, 200 points. Upon his debut, WWF superstar Adam Bomb was said to have originated from which site of a partial nuclear meltdown?
Oh shit. I don't know.
Oh, he's going to give it up. The correct response to that question, 3 Mile Island. 3 Mile Island is where Adam Bomb was supposed to be from. So, because that was the heat, the points go to Team Godlike, and they remain in control of the game. Ed, this question goes to you. Women's superstar Sasha Banks come from which Northeast colonial city? Answer, tag, or put the heat. Putting the heat. Is the heat? The heat's going on Glenn or Josh, Ed?
Josh.
All right, Josh, this heat question is on you. Women's superstar Sasha Banks comes from which Northeast colonial city?
Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston, Massachusetts is correct for 200 points and control. All right, final question of the category. This one is for you, Josh. During his brief run with the WWF, Damien Demento called his home which theoretical location? Answer, tag, or put the heat.
Tagging my partner for this one.
All right, Glenn Sexton getting tagged in on this one. During his brief run with the WWF, Damien Demento called which theoretical location his hometown?
God, I remember him vaguely. Good Lord. I'll take a guess and say Wasteland.
Wasteland is incorrect. The answer we were looking for was the outer reaches of your mind. The outer reaches of your mind is where that demented fool was from. That wraps up the category. We're going to take one more commercial break and come back with our finale.
To all the revolutionaries and pariahs out there, we have this special announcement for you. Do you wish to hold gold in the revolution in WGP? Are you afraid that your talents aren't good enough? Then, my friends, this offer is for you. Then order yourself the official WGP and Revolution replicas. You can have it all, from the Outbreak Championship, the Havoc Championship, the Tag Team Championships that I'm holding on my shoulder, and not only the Revolution, but also WGP Championship. But ladies and gentlemen, if an official replica title does not tickle your fancy, get your minis. So if you want to be like me and all the other champions out there, join the gold standard today by calling Patrick Shane.
All right, folks. Patrick Shane is at your exchange. If you would like some replica belts of WGP and or Revolution, holding up the Havoc title right there. And of course, WGP and Revolution is the place where people come to live their pro wrestling dreams. We decide matches by way of promos, put your artistic bones in play, and create a whole world unlike any other that you've ever seen. Nevertheless, after 2 rounds of play, with a score of 1,000 points, your winner, Team Godlike. That is Ed and Patrick. Clever use of the tags. Ed's coming right back into the show just in time. You guys will get complimentary Your Winner coffee mugs for your efforts today. That is all the show that we have for you guys. This was more of our live pilot than our initial run, but we appreciate everybody's contributions. Thank you to Brian Clark for submitting his question. Thank you to Michael Matos for designing our title screen. Thank you to the Mercurial for providing our theme song. And thank you all for joining us with RYK's Hot Tag Wrestling Trivia Challenge.
Fight tonight, no woman that fight tonight. That's why she back tonight. It's going